I forgot to add this in my last video. There's a lot with this patch that they're trying to do, not to mention appeal to people that are scared of needles, also for children's safe, also a way that they can send out the delivery system where it doesn't need to be frozen or anything like that. So the reason why I'm going back into this as well is because when it comes to it possibly being the mark, and they're trying to also make this into the new way of them doing the scenes in the future. They even probably were trying to do it with this 19 injection, but they probably were trying to hurry up and get this out, or at least this batch out, and then probably are creating these in the background. But these micro needles are also shaped like the actual fangs of the snake. You can find that information somewhere. I'm really just trying to make these quick videos because this is information that I'm more so hoping that I'm trying to educate people, yes, but I'm more so appealing to those who actually have done their research and kind of seen some of this information and kind of putting it together. So altogether, the micro needles are put together. They're about the size of a grain of rice. I've actually seen a video where they were saying that in the video, but I'm not sure if they say it in this video. Point being, when you look at the size of the needles, altogether it's about the size of a grain of rice. So there you can tie that into the whole mark, it being a rice grain size. Not to mention that they want to do for these new IDs, One World ID things, is going to have a mark that lights up, under the light, so that when you get the injection, they're probably going to start offering some type of digital tattoo when people get their second injection. That's why a lot of things people aren't going to probably see until people are going to get their second batch, their second injection. But watch the other video I just uploaded, this video as well. If it gets taken down or whatever like that, I'll try to combine them and then make sure it doesn't get taken down. But here it is.
Getting vaccines and other important inoculations are all part of protecting your body from disease and building immunity against harmful viruses. Luckily, a team at the Georgia Institute of Technology is striving to find a less painful way to deliver these life-saving medicines.
We're motivated to do that in part because vaccines are often given to kids who don't like the needle stick so much. We're also motivated because people in this country as well as around the world don't always have sufficient access to healthcare personnel administering vaccines, and so this is a very simple way to administer them.
He's talking about this, a small patch with not just one needle, but 100 of them, each one dissolving into your skin after applying the patch with little to no discomfort. I headed south to Atlanta, Georgia to meet Mark Prausnitz, a Regents Professor of Biomolecular Engineering at Georgia Tech, to learn more about the development of these microneedle patches.
Welcome to Georgia Tech, Adam. Let's look at some microneedles.
Great.
So in fact, here I've got some pulled up on the screen.
Several times magnified, I would imagine.
Just a few times magnified, and in fact, if we see the real thing,
Oh, wow.
It just looks like that. So that little square in there is where all of those microneedles are.
How many needles are in this little patch here?
There are 100 needles, 10 by 10.
Wow.
The microneedles are as tall as just a few hairs are thick.
How exactly does this work?
You take this patch, you would apply it to the wrist. So press it here to the wrist, you push down firmly, then you leave it in place for a few minutes. When you're done, you can peel it off and throw it away.
So inside each of these needles is the medication?
That's right. Here are some microneedles before use. We then press them into the skin for 5 minutes, pull them out, and they're gone.
They just disappear.
A nice feature here is that there are no needles there when you're all finished, and that's an important safety advantage.
The main purpose of this is to administer drugs. What is the alternative to this?
Well, the alternative typically is a hypodermic needle. So, something like that.
So I'm not trying to make this video long. Like I said, this is for a lot of this research you can do yourself. But putting it all together, they already advanced past this. You've heard of probably the Lufers. I can't say the word right now, but they've already have a patch where they're trying to do the digital ID that also glows when you know, get the injection. Point being, it also they actually got the design, like I said, from a snake bite, and then also it's sugar. I don't know if it said it on here, but dissolvable sugar, and like I said, very, very similar to the rice and very similar to a mark given to you by a beast or a snake. So this ties into, uh, you know, the future of this same probably situation when they start forcing it on everybody and people decide if they want to get it or not. Um, doesn't take away from it possibly not being the mark. There's some people that could take the mark earlier than others. It doesn't really say that at one time everybody's gonna take the mark. So, you know, just like some people have the 2021 car and they're driving it in 2020, it doesn't mean that that's a different car from the one that they're releasing in 2021. So my point being, is do your research, and like I said, it's just there's too many similarities to the mark for it to not be for it to be taken lightly, and they're already trying to make it everywhere that, you know, they're trying to make it so that it's a choice that, you know, you get this injection, so that you can still have certain luxuries, and they're going to start making things more and more limited. They're probably going to do that after this, now that they said, you know, it mutated and everything like that. But I might make some more videos later. If you guys have any more questions, if you guys have any topics that you want me to speak on, I can do that. But overall, this is the information I want to present.